A town in rural France will give you 10,000 euros just to move there. Another offers renovation grants covering nearly half your purchase cost. A third has houses listed at €1 genuine residential properties transferred at symbolic cost to buyers who commit to living in them. France has a demographic crisis. Villages are emptying. Schools are closing. Local governments have responded with incentive programs that are real, funded, and in 2026 still open, including to non-French nationals who meet residency requirements. 7 towns. Real grants. Honest conditions. Number 7. Aubetière-sur-Dronne, Charente. A village of 400 residents in the Charente, classified among les plus beaux villages de France. The monolithic church of Saint-Jean, carved entirely from a single limestone cliff, is one of the largest rock-cut churches in Europe and remains almost unknown outside specialist circles. The Charente department runs the Programme de Revitalisation des Centres-Bourgs, offering renovation grants of up to 20,000 euros for buyers who purchase and restore long-term vacant properties in qualifying communes. Aubetière qualifies. The grant covers structural work, insulation, and approved energy efficiency improvements. Average property price, 112,000 euros. A 2-bedroom village house recently sold for 95,000 euros. A property requiring renovation sold for 78,000 euros with the grant applied. The effective restoration cost drops significantly. The nearest hospital is at Ribérac, 30 minutes away. Angoulême, with a TGV to Paris in 1 hour 55 minutes, is 45 minutes north. Honest consideration. The grant requires a 5-year primary residence commitment. For non-French speakers, the application process demands either strong language skills or a reliable local intermediary. The Charente interior is deeply rural, and winter is quiet in ways that require genuine adjustment. The grant is real. The paperwork is equally real. Number 6. Trébons, Hautes-Pyrénées. A commune of 500 residents, 12 kilometers from Bagneres to Bigorre, with the Pyrenees as the immediate landscape rather than a distant backdrop. The Pic du Midi Observatory is visible on clear days. The Hautes-Pyrénées department operates Opération Cœur de Village, targeting communes that have lost more than 15% of their population since 2000. Trébons qualifies. The scheme offers direct subsidies of up to 15,000 euros for primary residence purchases, plus renovation grants of up to 12,000 euros for energy works. Total potential support, 27,000 euros. Average property price, 98,000 euros. A 3-bedroom village house recently sold for 105,000 euros. A property with mountain views sold for 118,000 euros. The Centre Hospitalier de Tarbes is 20 minutes away. Tarbes connects to Toulouse by train in 1 hour 20 minutes and to Paris in approximately 4 hours. Honest consideration. Atlantic mountain terrain means serious rainfall and snow most winters. EU nationals meet residency requirements straightforwardly. British citizens post-Brexit must hold a valid French residence permit before accessing most grant categories. This is a firm condition, not a procedural detail. Number 5. Levreux, Indre. A market town of 2,800 residents in the Berry region, midway between Tours and Clermont-Ferrand. The medieval collegiate church of Saint-Sylvain and the half-timbered houses along the central square belong to a France that tourism photographs in Alsace and charges accordingly. Here they exist, without commentary. Entry fee. The Indre department's Bienvenue dans l'Indre program offers a flat grant of 10,000 euros to any household establishing primary residence in a qualifying commune, regardless of purchase price. Levreux qualifies. Payment arrives in 2 installments, half on registration, half after 3 years of verified residency. 5-year primary residence commitment required. Average property price, 88,000 euros. A 3-bedroom Maison de Bourg recently sold for 82,000 euros. The Centre Hospitalier de Châteauroux is 30 minutes south. Tours with a TGV to Paris in 55 minutes is 1 hour north. Honest consideration. The Bienvenue dans l'Indre grant is the most straightforward on this list. Flat payment, clear timeline, accessible application. The Berry region is agricultural central France. Flat, fertile, quietly beautiful, in a way that requires patience to appreciate. No glamour, coherent services, genuine grant support. Number 4. Pont de Montvert, Lozère. The Lozère is the least densely populated department in mainland France. Pont de Montvert is a village of 250 residents in the Upper Tarn Valley, on the route Robert Louis Stevenson walked with his donkey in 1878. The landscape has not changed in ways that would surprise him. The Lozère department offers empty property grants reaching 30,000 euros for full renovation of qualifying vacant homes, plus an 8,000 euros installation grant for households with children. Combined with France's National Action Cœur de Ville program, total support can reach 38,000 euros. Average property price, 75,000 euros. A village house recently sold for 68,000 euros. A stone farmhouse with land sold for 112,000 euros. The nearest hospital is at Florac, 25 minutes away. Mende, with full hospital services, is 40 minutes. The nearest train station at Langon connects to Lyon in approximately 2 hours and 30 minutes. Honest consideration. The Lozère's grants are the highest on this list because the challenges match them. Genuine remoteness shapes every aspect of daily life here. Medical appointments require planning. Specialist care means Mende or beyond. Winter on the plateau is cold and extended. The grant exists because the department needs residents badly enough to pay for them. That fact cuts both ways. Number 3. Ain Hoa, Pyrénées-Atlantiques. A Basque village of 700 residents in the western Pyrenean foothills, 12 kilometers from the Spanish border. White render, dark timber framing, red shutters, the architectural consistency is total. The effect is of a village that has reached a visual agreement with itself. The Plan Pays Basque 2030 scheme offers renovation grants of up to 18,000 euros for primary residence purchases, plus a 5,000 euros installation grant for households relocating from outside the department. Total potential support, 23,000 euros. Average property price, 165,000 euros, the highest on this list, reflecting the Basque premium. A 2-bedroom village house recently sold for 158,000 euros. The nearest hospital is at Bayonne, 40 minutes away, with TGV connections to Paris in 4 hours 15 minutes and to Bordeaux in 1 hour 40 minutes. Honest consideration. Ain Hoa's higher price reflects genuine demand. The grant supplements rather than drives this market. The Basque community is close and its identity is specific. New arrivals are welcomed in proportion to genuine engagement. Surface appreciation of the aesthetic without interest in the community produces a particular isolation that the village's prettiness does not resolve. Number 2. Sailors, Cantal. A town of 300 residents on a volcanic plateau in the Massif Central, built entirely of dark gray lava stone, unchanged since the 15th century. Sailors produces one of France's finest cheeses and a gentian liqueur distilled here since 1873. Both are consumed locally with minimal ceremony. The Cantal Department's Vivre et Travail en Cantal program offers a 10,000 euros installation grant, a 5,000 euro supplement for households with children, and renovation grants of up to 25,000 euros through ANICH partnership. Total potential support for a qualifying family, 40,000 euros. Average property price, 85,000 euros. A village house, recently sold for 78,000 euros. A stone property with outbuildings, sold for 132,000 euros. The Centre Hospitalier d'Aurillac is 40 minutes away. Aurillac connects to Clermont-Ferrand by train in 2 hours and from Clermont-Ferrand to Paris by TGV in 3 hours. Honest consideration. Sailors sits at 950 meters. Winter arrives early, stays long, and closes smaller roads regularly from December through March. The application process involves multiple agencies in Sequence Department, Commune, and ANAH. Buyers who have succeeded consistently recommend engaging a local notaire with specific grant experience before signing anything. Number 1. Tregnac, Corrèze. A town of 1,400 residents in the Corrèze, built above a granite gorge of the Vézère River. The medieval tower is visible from the surrounding plateau. The Saturday market functions. The outdoor swimming lake 3 kilometers from the center has anchored local summers for 3 generations. Tregnac sits within the Parc Naturel Régional de Millevaches in Limousin. The Park Authority coordinates with departmental and national programs to offer the most comprehensive grant package on this list. A park installation grant of €5,000, a Corrèze departmental grant of €10,000, a national ANAH renovation grant of up to €25,000, and an energy efficiency bonus of up to €8,000 through France Rénov. Combined maximum, €48,000. Average property price, €92,000. A 3-bedroom house recently sold for €88,000. A property with river views sold for €145,000. With maximum grant support on a renovation purchase, the effective net cost approaches figures that exist nowhere else in Western Europe for a town with this infrastructure. The Centre Hospitalier de Toulay is 40 minutes away. Brive-la-Gaillarde, 30 minutes from Toulay by train, connects to Paris by TGV in 3 hours 15 minutes. Honest consideration. The Acuilon Millevaches program has a dedicated coordinator, an actual person whose role is to help incoming residents navigate the grant system and integrate into the community. This is rare in French rural programs and reflects institutional seriousness. The Corrèze Plateau is granite, austere, and dense with forest. Its beauty reveals itself slowly to people who stay rather than immediately to people passing through. The grant is the highest on this list. The landscape asks something in return. Final. 7 towns. Grant support from €10,000 to €48,000. Property prices from €68,000 to €165,000. The logic is simple. Rural France is emptying faster than natural replacement fills it. Local governments have calculated that grant incentives cost less than the alternative closed schools, retired doctors without replacements, villages that become museum pieces. The money is allocated. The applications are open. What each of these towns offers is not charity, it is a transaction. Financial support and a landscape most of Western Europe can no longer afford to live inside, in exchange for the one thing every emptying village needs most: the decision to actually be there. Your move.